how's it going? It's Janie over here at Janie Sweets. Welcome back to my channel. In this episode, we are going to be talking about a topic that so many of us tend to ignore, especially when we are home bakers. However, is so important and it could literally make or break our business, and that is customer service, guys. So if you want to learn what I have to say about this, and then keep on watching. Speaking of customer service, a company that has great customer service is today's sponsor. So I would like to thank Next Insurance for sponsoring today's video. Next Insurance is an insurance company that specializes in small businesses. I have spoken about them before. I personally use them. They are amazing, guys. I've recommended them before on the channel, and everyone who I have recommended them to have absolutely loved it. So I will leave all of their information in the description box below if you're interested in getting business insurance for your home bakery or whatever other type of business that you have. It's so easy to do. You can do it right on your phone. You can get a quote within minutes, and you can even get, approved and have your insurance certificate right on the spot. So it's extremely easy to do. It takes only a few seconds, and it's very affordable. Depending on what you're doing and what business you're in, you could save up to 30% compared to other companies that are out there on the market. So again, I will leave all of their information down below if you are interested in getting a free quote. Now back to the topic today, which is customer service. Now here's my thing about customer service. It is a skill that you have to learn. We don't automatically know what to say or how to respond to customers, right? It's something that comes with time. It's something that comes with lots of practice, trial and error. How do you respond to customers in different situations, right? I personally have a few rules that I always follow whenever I'm dealing with customers, whenever I am going to respond to a customer or interact with a customer, right? The first rule of thumb is never, ever do anything through text messages, through DMs, through Facebook. I have a whole video on why you should not conduct your business or take cake orders on Facebook and Instagram and text messages. It's just not professional, you guys. Businesses don't do business on social media, right? Like I get it. You want to be personable, you want to be approachable, and you want your customers to be able to be like, hey girl, can I get a cake for Saturday? And it's all fine and dandy. However, if you're running a business, that's just not how things are done. The customer is going to expect a level of professionalism based on how you right off the bat interact with them. So just doing business with you through social media automatically knocks you down a rank, if that makes sense. So don't do business through text messages. Another reason why text message is very dangerous is it's easily misconstrued. Like you can easily take what you say and interpret it in a different way. The second thing is, if you have to do business over text messages or DMs or for whatever reason, right? Like, okay, I get it, Janie, you said no, but I have to. Fine, do it. Have a script, and that goes for a phone call, that goes for an email, that goes for any conversation you're going to have with the customer. You need to know what you're going to talk to them about, what exactly you're going to say. And I'm not talking about something that you're going to follow verbatim, but at least you know where the conversation is going to go, and you're leading the conversation and not the other way around, if that makes sense. So have a script. If you have to write it down, I have so many notes on my phone, believe it or not, for different occasions, and I'm actually going to share a few of those with you in a second. But yeah, have a script. What are you going to say when somebody wants to inquire something? What are you going to say when someone is unhappy with your product? What are you going to say when somebody is trying to order something but you need to refuse that order? All of these, right? So have a script for every single situation that you usually encounter, like on a regular basis. Next thing is to check your tone. Now, again, it goes back to, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. you might have the best intentions possible, or you might not think that something sounds off or rude or wrong, but if you give it to somebody else to read, a lot of times they can check your tone and be like, it sounds a little bit wrong. You have to have that one person that, you know, you can send it to like real quick. Hey, is it cool if I say this to this person? What do you think if I said that to you if you ordered a cake from me? Like, you know what I mean? So if you run it by somebody else, a lot of time they can interpret it in a way that maybe the customer would, so it could save you so much trouble. Now, the last thing that honestly a lot of us don't think about are cultural differences. Now, you know, talking about different countries and different religion, like that's a whole other ball game. However, a little bit more simple than that is, a little bit simpler than that is, like for example, I live in the US. People who are from the South, they like to use honey and sugar and, you know, boo and stuff like that. You know, this might be very disrespectful to somebody else, you know, who's maybe like an older person from New York, or even is someone from New York. We're a little bit quick with our responses. We're a little bit like, you know, a little bit less affectionate with our words, or, you know, we're not gonna butter you up. So this may sound rude to someone who's maybe from the South and accustomed to a little bit more of a, you know, warmth in their response. So to avoid all of that, make it very plain, blank vanilla, right? Like super basic and generic, so no one can interpret anything, you know, the way it's not meant to be interpreted. Now, how do you respond to inquiries? Let's say that somebody messages you on you know, social media or through text messages, and they want to inquire about a cake. First, thank them for messaging you, right? Like there's so many people that they could have gone with, right? But they chose you. They chose to, you know, give you a chance. So thank them, you know, a thank you goes a very long way. So say, thank you so much for choosing Janie Sweets. I'd be happy to help with that inquiry. You know, how can I help? Could you give me a little bit more information? Now that is if you do business through text messages, DMs, and social media, which again, I am totally against. However, what I do is, first of all, I thank them, and then I tell them, you know, I would love to accommodate you. I'm not in front of my computer right now, so the best way is to go through my website and submit a form to get a free quote, and then I will get back to you within, you know, 48 hours. It's always important to give them a time frame of when you're going to get back to them. Customers want to know that you're not just brushing them off, that you are actually actively looking into either their concern or whatever it is that they brought up to you. So thanking them for choosing you and giving them a time frame of when you can respond to them if you can't at that moment is extremely important and goes a long way. Now, along with all of this, it's so crucial that you do not give them like so many quick answers, like sure, for when, sure, what's the flavor, what's the this just again puts you in the unprofessional category. Give them a questionnaire, even if you're not going to do it through your website, but provide them with a questionnaire of, you know, like whatever it is that you would like to know, you know, date, time, flavor, size, etc., etc. The next thing that I want to talk to you guys about is how to reject a customer. Now, let's just say for whatever reason you want to reject a customer, right? Either they're just draining. Sometimes we have those customers and you don't want to be bothered with doing that cake, and that is another thing that I would like to spend a little bit more time on than we have for this video. So I'm gonna make a separate video on how to reject a customer in a nice way. But pretty much, to sum up everything that I'm going to say in that video, you can just tell them that you're busy, you're booked, they don't have access to your calendar, they can't tell. So that's the easiest, nicest way, is to just say, oh, I am so sorry, I am booked for that day. Again, thanking them for considering you, and you know, just pretty much telling them like, I'm so sorry. I appreciate you reaching out to me. Hopefully next time we will have the opportunity to work together. Now, the very last one is how to deal with customers who are unhappy with you, right? Either give you a negative comment, negative review, or just plain old bash you over, you know, like DMs or however they're contacting you. Now that I definitely have a lot to say on, and that is something that took me a very long time to learn how to deal with, how to not take it personal, and how to respond professionally. So I did already film a whole entire video on that I will be posting very, very soon. However, I'm not going to talk too much about it. The only thing that I can say is you need to stay as calm as possible and respond directly to the issue. You know, it's very easy to take it personal whenever they're bashing either your work or, you know, your encounter together, but try not to take it personal. Try to like remove yourself from the situation and respond matter of fact, right? Like, this is what it is, this is what it's not, and blah, 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 blah. I'll give you a perfect example of that, and then I'll move on from that topic. A friend of mine had made a cake for someone, and the person loved the cake, you know, like they picked it up and everything was fine. A few hours later, they contacted my friend and said, hey, I would like to get my money back because whatever, like something was wrong with the cake, which totally was not wrong with the cake. And so my friend was like, what the heck? Like, I made the cake, they didn't say anything at pickup, and now they want their money back. Like, what do I do? I was like, absolutely not. You do not issue a refund. Like, that's just not happening. So he got upset and, you know, like wanted to respond, you know, negatively. And I was like, hold on, pause, let me tell you what to say. And I'm going to read exactly verbatim what I told him to say. I went back and I researched this to see what I messaged him. And this is what I said. So, thank you for bringing this up to my attention. I'm sorry to hear that you're not happy with your product, and I understand how frustrating this can be. So, you know, put yourself in their situation, say, okay, I get it, I understand. I'm sorry you're not happy with what I made you. So, then you go into stating the matter of fact. The person who picked up the cake did not bring to my attention that they were not satisfied with the final product. Please note that the time to bring up any issue is at the moment of pickup, not hours later after the cake has already left my possession. Now you state your rule, and so they understand why you're not budging and where you stand. Now, our policies does not offer a reimbursement. So you state what's in your contract, and hopefully you had signed a contract or you had given them a contract to sign. And that way you're covered in case, you know, of any lawsuits, right? Please allow us the opportunity to look into your concerns and efforts to come up with a conclusion, right? Please send an email to blah, 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 give them your email address, and I will be happy to get back to you on a specific date, right? Again, giving them a specific date, telling them that you're looking into it is a little bit more reassuring. Again, I am sorry that you were not satisfied with the product, and have a great rest of your weekend. Now, even if they are mad at the situation, they cannot respond to this email in like a, what do you mean you're not giving me a refund? Blah, blah, blah. That was very professional. And if they do respond to it that way, you can just kind of brush them off and ignore them because you were professional in your original email. Now you are probably thinking, okay, this is all great, Janie. Like, so now I know when to respond, how to respond, etc. But is there a time when you should not respond? Absolutely, 100% yes. 9 times out of 10, you probably should not respond, at least right away. And I'm gonna explain to you what I mean. Don't respond when you're angry. Don't respond when you're sad, frustrated, hungry. Don't respond when there's any negative emotion around you, right? Because you are going to carry that emotion into your response. You have no idea how many times I've responded to somebody and then I've given it to my friend to read, and she's like, well, somebody's not happy. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I didn't say anything wrong. Like, I was just like, no, or whatever. I didn't see, or I didn't read the tone in there. And that brings me back to the very first point, is check your tone. So if you are angry, upset, sad, nervous, frustrated, whatever the case may be, overwhelmed with different things, don't respond. A very good tip is to have response days, right? So let's just say that Monday, night is the quietest time for you. Maybe you should then respond to your messages, right? Because then you're not going to be overwhelmed, angry, sad, or frustrated, right? You're gonna be at your happiest, you're gonna be in a good mood, so you're most likely to answer in the way that you would like to be portrayed. So yeah, so that's why honestly I preach that it is so important to have customer service, like customer relations. The way that you're going to respond to your customers is not going to be the same way that you're going to respond to your best friend. Like, there's no hey girl, hey. There's no hey, can I get a cake for Sunday? Yeah, sure. What do you want on it? No. Thank you for choosing blah 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 bakery, and then you go from there. I really hope that what I'm trying to say is resonating with you guys and is making sense. Although we do have a home-based bakery and you try your best to be very accessible and personable, you still are running a business, right? And if you're running a business, you have to be professional. So being accessible and being warm and being, open and welcoming does not have to negate the fact that you still need to be professional. So with all of that being said, I do hope you have enjoyed today's video. If it was at all helpful, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel so that you do not miss out on any of my future videos. And all my socials are at Janie Sweets. I'm on Instagram as well as on Facebook, and you can find me there. I post funny videos on my Instagram all the time, so if you're not following me on there, definitely do so. A big thank you to Next Insurance again for sponsoring today's video. And if you'd like to get your quote, your free quote, to see if you'd like to get business insurance with them, then definitely click on the link I will provide to you guys in the description box below. I will see you guys in the next video. I love you. Talk to you later. Bye.